Hi everyone, it's Mia. I'm now 17 and I became a victim of the family court in February of 2021 when the divorce proceedings between my mother and biological father began. From the beginning, I never had a relationship with him due to abuse and neglect, and he was rarely around. Private Judge Christine Goldsmith, Layla Caban, Adrian Blumberg, Mitra Sarkosh, Katie Young, Linda Gottlieb, and Dr. Lori Love. Those were the court professionals that were supposed to be helping and keeping us safe, but actually did way more harm than what their roles were supposed to be. I seek justice and I want to move forward with holding these people accountable. Those people are part of court corruption. They were the reason why I got sent to a reunification camp, and they have ruined my life. In November of 2022, my sister Ava and I were trafficked from California to New York City to go to Turning Points for Families with Linda Gottlieb. We were told that after 90 days of living with our abuser, we'd be able to go home. But despite complying and doing everything that they asked for us, we were not allowed to go home, and we were further abused and neglected in our abuser's house. From the very beginning, we were put in danger by the court. They were not looking out for our best interests, and because of that, we were further abused. It truly did feel like a real-life horror story, and because the family court had completely failed us, they were not looking out for us, they were not listening to us, I had to take matters into my own hands for the safety of me and my sister, and we had to run away. After looking at all the options, including foster care, the court decided to place us with our maternal family, but the no contact was still in place and we were not allowed to go home. Judge Daniel Segura would not let us go home and then placed Katie Young as our very ineffective minors counsel. After 2 years of pleading to talk to the judge, Judge Segura allowed us a closed meeting to hear what my sister and I had to say. On the day of the meeting, right before I was about to go in, I had the most disturbing encounter with my abuser's attorney, Matthew Palmer. He spoke to me in a very unprofessional and inappropriate manner. I felt very bullied, harassed, and targeted. It severely affected my conversation with the judge because it reminded me of how my abuser would talk to me and treat me. I went before the judge and spoke about the affair that my abuser was having with my brother's ex-wife, his daughter-in-law, and all the other abuse that had occurred. I poured my heart out and was very vulnerable in front of this judge who holds power while he sat there seeming very bored and disinterested. It was very similar to how my abuser would look at me anytime I mistakenly shared any heartache or pain to him. My hopes were so big, but at the same time I was scared and expecting the worst because of all the other times I had talked to somebody about the truth. No one believed me, so I thought that Judge Segura would also not believe me. At the end of it, I was disappointed because it didn't produce the outcome that I wanted, which was to go home. On December 18, 2023, Judge Segura called us back into his courtroom for another closed meeting. He gave us a copy of the stipulations and orders and spoke to my sister and I about his expectations for how our relationship should be with our abuser when we go home. I was happy and relieved to find out that day we would be going home and reuniting with our mom. Judge Daniel Segura was not the driving force in us going home. I believe that my abuser did not want their one-day trial to happen, and there was some agreement made. There are still more stories that I want to share to spread awareness about the court corruption and all the professionals that are involved in it, but for right now, there are so many people that I want to thank, in addition to family and friends that stood by us and believed us. It gave us strength to keep going. I believe that having the support from this community truly did make a difference and amplified my voice so that it could help us come home. Thank you to Miss Tina from One Mom's Battle, mom advocacy groups, and anyone who logged in or showed up to the hearings, and everyone who showed up to our rallies. We really couldn't have done this without you. We would not be home, and for that, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and I will be back very soon.